Welcome to one of the league's biggest and brightest venues, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, a pair of rivals from the AFC West, between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go from LA. And this is not a good start. That kick falls just short of the landing zone, and this opening drive is going to begin from the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Play action now for Herbert. This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Hampton does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, Herbert. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate. But here, sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Short pass brought in. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They give up the middle to Harvey. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 3rd and long for him here. He's shot downfield, will wind up incomplete. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Herbert back to throw. Going with a screen to Hampton. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Herbert finds a seam down the middle. Into the red zone. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's a return from the 7. This makes it up to the 25. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards a Charger who's still on the field and in some pain. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They gain 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down now, ball on the 39-yard line. It's Harvey straight ahead. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 41. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Nix. Dumps this one off to Harvey. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On 1st down, it's Nix. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Once more, it's Nix. He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Herbert now. Rolling left, buying some time. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Herbert from the gun. That one's nabbed by Allen. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset those chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Couldn't get it the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on 3rd and goal. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nicks off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nicks. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. It's a short pickup to the 20. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now Nix escapes the pocket. Able to get it to Franklin. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10. Here's Hampton. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers will have a first.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing now, Herbert. Hits him on the out route. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Hampton gets it from the pistol. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Chargers with a 4th and 2. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Trying with Hampton. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Caught near the goal line. It's an LA touchdown. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. Matt McConkey with a touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 3-possession lead. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. Breaks through, and he might break away. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run. Offense in the hurry up here. Nix with it on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds Aguilar. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Forced out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Oh, and they're going to have their fullback trying power for it. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. Here comes the final play of our 1st half. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This kick from the left side. The kick by Lutz is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here, although if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Chargers just about ready. And there they go, sending it away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. This is Ingram working the left side. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Nix from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Play action with Nix. Complete, it's Ingram. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it, and he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense up to the line fast. Second down, give to Harvey. And it looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that 1st down. Ball at the 41, 3rd and short.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Chargers in the dime on 3rd down. 6 DBs out in coverage. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. So they're gonna have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they gotta make their move now. They are going for this. He's keeping it, he's going for it. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th.
You run that sneak there because you know you can rely. Trust with a capital T on the big fellas to do just enough. Get just enough push in the middle so that QB can fall forward. And as we just saw, it's really hard to stop.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Nix now on 1st and 10. Buying some time left. Took off with it again. And he will slide down just a little bit shy getting that 1st down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there, and that's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. from the 32. Left side now caught by Sutton. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Working quickly here. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Giving this to Harvey. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here is Davis to return it. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. There's the fake, here's Nix. On the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
So even after the near turnover, Brock, offense still getting the call here. It's 4th down. Back to throw it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Nix. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Hampton. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And they take him down as he goes out. Now let's check on this penalty. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Herbert from the gun. He's got Hampton underneath. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Hampton now up the middle. He's 4A up the middle, and that's about 3. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. Second and 6 coming up here. Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a gain of 22. And it brings up an LA first down. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Trying to sneak, it's Herbert. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And on 1st down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing, proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Here's Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Offense in the hurry up here. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first, some room to spare.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch. He'll give him, it looks like, the 27 on that completion. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
They'll throw again. Nix. Chased out to his right. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And Nix slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They send a man in motion. Nix from the gun. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Motioning left is their running back. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And he's got it for the touchdown. But while they celebrate, oh, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock, in the neighborhood we usually see holding. Penalty hurts them, but they're still going for it here on 4th. Desperation time here. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Derwin James picks it. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. Yeah. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick. I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Here's Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll toss it to Hampton. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the fourth.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. To throw, Herbert. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw it. That one's nabbed by Allen. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running behind center with Harris. And he's got the Charger first down, and that should be all she wrote in this one.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.